Hi friends, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani. I'm so delighted that you're joining me for yoga practice today. So it's a well-rounded full body practice and some dynamic stretching, some strengthening. I hope you enjoy it. Grab your mat and let's get started laying down on the back. So go ahead and come down onto the back and pull the knees right in towards your body. Cross either ankle on top and rock side to side, massaging out your back. And letting your lower belly hollow out and soften as you arrive in this practice today. Letting the stress and tension of your day dissolve away with each passing moment here on your back. Cross your other ankle on top, continuing to gently rock and arrive in your practice. And then let's go ahead and uncross and bring feet onto the floor mat width distance apart. Let your knees knock into touch. And then reach your arms overhead, stretch your fingertips away from the front of your mat. So you feel a big full inhale, deep into your belly. Then when you exhale, take a cactus arm and windshield wiper both knees to the right and look to your left elbow, tucking that left shoulder blade underneath your back. The left inner knee dropping toward the ground. And you're dragging that left inner knee away from your left shoulder. And we'll inhale into the belly and we'll exhale windshield wiper back to center. And then windshield wiper to the left, letting that right inner knee drag away from your right shoulder and peek at your right elbow. And as you exhale to gently pull the belly in toward the spine, think about your intention for practice today. What's your reason for showing up and what do you want to cultivate here in this time on your mat? Now bring your knees back to center. Bring your feet mat width distance. Reach your arms overhead for a big inhale. Exhale, hug your right knee in toward your side waist and slide your left heel out straight and long on the floor. We're going to slip our right arm on the inside of the knee and take your hand to the outside edge of that right foot for half happy baby. Rest your left hand on your left hip and give a light pull of that right outer foot toward the outer knee, dropping that right shoulder down. And then step your left foot on the ground and cross your right ankle over on top of your left thigh. Now thread the needle coming into figure 4, extending your left heel straight up toward the ceiling, flexing your feet and pressing your right lower back gently toward the ground. And you could rock a little bit there. Soften that left knee and draw the left leg a little bit closer toward your body as you press your right knee away. And then uncross into a full happy baby. Let's reach on the inside of the heels today. If you can't get the heels, take the ankles or the shins instead. Soles of feet face the sky. Gently rock and massage your spine. And breathing there. So every time you exhale all the way out, it's an opportunity to soften any tension away from the belly. Let's release the feet, soles of feet together, knees splay open, reach your arms overhead for an inhale. Fingertips stretch away from your toes, and then exhale, squeeze your knees in. Bring your hands through heart center, and let's hug the left knee in and give it a traction. Slide your right heel out straight. And then go ahead and take your left arm on the inside of the knee and reach around for the outside edge of the foot or the ankle or the shin. We want to bring that heel over the knee and rest your right hand on top of the thigh for this half happy baby. Now we're hugging that left knee gently in toward the midline and lengthening your left sitting bone away from the shoulder socket. One more inhale. Exhale, right foot on the ground and cross that left ankle over on top and thread the needle. Hands are right behind that right thigh or a little up toward the knee crease. And then flex the feet lightly and hold, letting that sacrum, the triangular space at the very base of your spine, resting into the floor, resting down, with the tailbone moving away from your chin. Subtle rocking is welcome as you loosen up that left hip and let your mind linger into any tension. Now with a soft right knee, hug the right thigh in towards you. We're going to uncross, come into full happy baby with your hands this time on the inside of the heels or the ankles or the shins. And if it feels okay, you can open your heels out a little bit toward a V, but don't overdo. Perhaps you can bend your knees and then extend your heels out and do that a couple times. See how that feels. Breathing through the nose. A steadiness and ease throughout this practice, and we can always find compassion for wherever you're at and back off if you need to. So we're going to cross either ankle on top and rock and roll yourself right up to sit. And then make your way forward into a tabletop position. However you get there, find your way onto all four. Spread your fingers wide on the inhale, let your belly hang and look up. And then when you exhale, take the tops of your feet flat, scoop the tail and round the spine quite a bit. Now pressing your arms very, very straight. Take an extra inhale deep into the back ribs. And then exhale, send the hips to the heels and slide your hands forward, coming into child's pose. Inching your palms away from your knees and gradually melting your forehead toward the floor. Press through the tops of the feet, lift the belly on the inhale, spread through the chest. Let your hips sink a little bit, look up, and then curl your toes underneath and send the hips up into a downward facing dog. And we can pedal out the feet, lifting one heel at a time. Finding that length and lift right up through the lower back. Lift that right heel high. Stretch that right heel high for three-legged dog. And then knee to nose, slide that right foot through right between your hands. Touch your left knee down. And then take the top of your left foot flat. And come on up, either hands to the right thigh or stretch your arms right up into crescent lunge on Jainasana. Turn your palms forward. Take a cactus arm, squeezing the shoulder blades onto your back. Inhale, looking up, arch through your upper back. Exhale, belly in, release your hands to frame that front foot. Then tuck your left toes, lift the left thigh, and spin that left heel down. Start to press through the ball of that right foot and drag your right leg all the way straight and fold into Parsvottanasana. Reach your left fingertips away from your left toes. Breathing there, drawing that right sitting bone toward the left sitting bone. One more inhale. And then exhale, let's drop that left knee down right under the hip, and we'll just stand right up into this variation of a lunge with the left knee under the hip. It's a little easier on your hip and back. And then we're gonna turn and open your arms to a T and look over your right fingertips. So we're turning the rib cage, looking at your right fingertips. Inhale, and then exhale, close that right hand to meet the left, and then inhale, open, look at your left hand. And then exhale, close, press, inhale, open, look to the right. Exhale, close, press. Inhale, open, look to the left. Keep wrapping that right knee open and back to center. A little wobbling might happen. We're gonna inhale, open, look to the right. And then release your hands to frame that front foot. Now extend that right heel straight back, flex your right foot, nice strong right leg. Roll that right hip down. And then tuck your right toes and open your left arm up to a T. Inhale, looking up at the hand in the air. Exhale, go ahead and release. Knee to nose. And then lift your left knee and slide your right heel straight up into three-legged dog. Let's make our way into a plank pose. Squeeze your elbows in, lower all the way down, chaturanga, come onto your belly. Cobra pose on the inhale. Or you could take that upward dog, where you root through the tops of the feet, lift your heart. Exhale, make your way into a downward dog. And we'll lift that left heel high, three-legged dog for an inhale. Exhale, slide that left foot through. Left knee is over the heel. We're gonna touch the right knee down. Take the top of your right foot flat. Hands can walk onto your left thigh, or as you're stable, reach your arms right up. And we'll find that crescent lunge, and we'll inhale, turn your palms forward. And we're gonna exhale, take a cactus arm, And then inhale, lift your heart, lean back through the upper ribs. Then exhale, dive over an imaginary beach ball. Release your hands to frame that left foot. Tuck your right toes, lift that right thigh. Then spiral that right heel down. The right toes are pointing towards your right wrist. Then fold, peek at your left hip, Parsvottanasana, straighten through that left leg. Roll the right hip point down. Exhale to soften into the fold a little more. And then bend your right knee directly down underneath the hip, and we'll come on up into a tall torso with that right knee right under the hip. Find your bearings, find your stability, and then start to open the arms to a T. So we're dragging this left hip back, looking at your left fingertips. Inhale, exhale, palms close, then inhale, open. Keep wrapping that left knee open as you look to the right. So you get a little inner thigh groin opener there, and then back to center, palms press. Inhale, open, twist left. Exhale, press. Inhale, open. Exhale, press. Inhale, open. Exhale, release your hands to frame that left foot. We're gonna slide that left heel straight back, strong and straight, palms under shoulders, and then release those left tucked toes to the floor. Drop your left hip and open your right fingertips up to a T. Inhale, looking at the hand in the air. Exhale, release that right hand down, knee to nose, round the spine, then lift the knee, slide that left heel straight up, three-legged dog. And we'll roll our way into a plank. And then we're going to drop the hips, keep the toes tucked, take that variation of upward dog. If that's too much, bring your knees to the ground. One more inhale, and then bring your knees down. Exhale, come back, child's pose, hips to heels. Bring your knees together, big toes touch. Walk your hands toward your knees. Sit on your heels. Reach down and peel those baby toes out. Sit up nice and tall through the crown of the head, thunderbolt pose. Interlacing the fingers, pressing the palms right up toward the sky for that full expression of thunderbolt. Lifting up through the side waists. Let's inhale, look up. Exhale, cactus arms. Then inhale, lift up on the knees, little back bend. Exhale, belly in, round the spine. Plant the palms, take your feet flat in a nice rounding for an extra inhale. And then exhale, cross your ankles and sit behind your heels. We're gonna scoop the knees in and kick your feet right up toward the sky. Let's point the toes. Woo! Point the toes, take your hands toward your ankles, pull your belly in, and then flex your feet. Palms up, lift your heart. Inhale, exhale, extend your legs out, and just spread your chest forward. Let's have our hands on the hips here. And then let's do this, inching one at a time forward like this. It's kind of a fun little thing to try. One heel and then the other. One heel and then the other. One heel and then the other. We're coming all the way to bring your feet toward the top of your mat. And then reach forward and up on the inhale, big open circle. And then exhale, we're gonna come down slowly onto your back. When you come onto your back to rest, feel free to cover up with clothing, socks, or blankets if you wanna get warm and cozy. When you come down onto the back, extend your feet straight up toward the sky and just rotate your toes around. Take your hands in bear paw hands. So you kind of curl your fingernails, curl your fingers down into these little bear paw shapes, and then take a little tap on the outer IT band toward your butt. Good. And then rest hands right on the belly and slowly lower your feet to the floor. Good. Give your feet a little press, scoop your tail, engage your gluteals and squeeze your gluteals. And then rest them down and take your feet mat width distance apart. We're gonna pause here for a brief final meditation in this constructive rest pose, where you can extend your legs out straight, finding more of a traditional Shavasana. Take an inhale to expand your belly. Exhale, let it out your mouth. Letting go of all the stress and tension. Letting go of anything that's holding you down, that's holding you back, or that's dulling your light today. Let everything be as it is. So as you relax, there's a sense of releasing any effort and letting go into the flow of all things. And finding a sense of compassion for exactly where you're at. The breath flows, the heartbeat flows, and the whole body is supported in the present moment and safe. And start to slowly windshield wiper your knees side to side, pausing anywhere that feels good to pause. And eventually drawing your knees back in, give one last hug. Thinking of what you have to be grateful for, remembering your intention for today. And then very slowly make your way to either side and mindfully press up to sit. Here we are again in a tall upright seat. Let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up, and exhale, we'll bring the hands right down through the central channel. And I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do take a moment to like, share, subscribe to my channel. You can hit that super thanks button and offer a tip if you enjoyed this class. I look forward to seeing you next time. And drop me a comment. Let me know if you have any suggestions or class requests. Keep me inspired. Have a great rest of your day. Hope you feel better. Take care. Bye-bye.